I'm a crow. Hello, by a podcast slam. Your host Brett Holland, and welcome back to the MID Podcast Show Travel Edition. All right, on this episode, I'm back in my old stomping ground, the 26 Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right. This show is dedicated to my brother, my boy, Mark Brown, the creator, the CEO of RVO Sounds. Not only that, he's the executive producer of my last album, Crow Music 3, The Book of Crows. Make sure y'all go check that on all streaming apps. So sit back and relax, subscribe and share, and hit me up. You never know. I might travel to you. Hello, everybody. Podcast Slam. Your host, Brett Holland. Welcome back to the MID Podcast Show Travel Edition. All right. Tonight, we back in my old stomping grounds, Fayetteville, North Carolina, aka the 26. All right. I came back up here, man. I wanted to give my nigga his flowers, man. My boy Mark Brown. Welcome back to the show. He done been on the show multiple times, but I wanted to dedicate a show just for you, man. This is how you've been helping people out here with their creativity and they passion of making music. All right. You've been rocking me for the last couple of years. Shout out to A Boogie from introducing us. Crow Music 3 just got done. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know I put that out last week. But my nigga Chris Clark came through here and spit some his legendary poetry on one of the tracks that I always wanted him to get on it, and I thought we ran out of time. But since I came back up here, man, he hit me up. We was able to get the track done. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, man, Mark Brown, I want to say thank you, bro, for just all the things you've been doing, just helping me out when it comes to this music thing, because we both got a passion for it these last couple of years. Not even just for me, man. Just like I've been in here and sat in one of your studios, just multiple studio sessions, man, and just how over the years, I mean, you was already a beast, but over the years, man, you just improved into like a whole different person, man. Like every time I came in here, you was like, "Hey, man, I learned something else, man. Let me do this with your voice real quick." And it'd be like the whole echo and like my voice be sounding all. I'm like, "Man, how the fuck you learned that shit?" But how you been, man? What's going on with you, my guy? Welcome back to the show.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that introduction, that warm introduction. It's good to meet you too, bro. Like I definitely respect what you just did in here on the track. But as far as what's going on, man, I just had my individual interview I just did with Greats Entertainment. A good buddy of mine was like, "Yo, you need to do an interview, put it up." So put it up on YouTube. It's out on the website. And other than that, man, just working with artists still, trying to develop them and help them push their stuff the best way I know how, the best way they know how, to try to keep the city, like Fayetteville, Rayford, try to keep us relevant. The next Cole is here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The next Moray is here, right? So like they just gotta want it, right? So it's my job as a studio owner to help them fulfill that dream.
Yeah, because it's like many of us here, man. We're not originally from here, right, but we've been here so damn long. We just made it our second home.
Yeah, it's home.
Yeah, so it's home. Like I'm not even gonna knock. I mean, I just relocated down to South Carolina, but at the end of the day, man, when I come here, I mean, it's home, man. For the last 15 years, I've been here. You know what I'm saying? I just took actually 20, but I took that 5-year break in Hawaii. But at the end of the day, I came right back to goddamn Fayetteville. My nephews was here, all type of stuff.
Facts.
But originally, you're from D.C.
Right.
And I don't know if that's some type of weird thing we kind of matched that because, I lived all over the East Coast. I'm going to say East Coast, not over the country, but definitely East Coast. I did my stint in up there in that area in Landover, Maryland. And I don't know, when we met, man, it's kind of like we just kind of mashed before we even knew about that. And then once we started, like, I came here by myself. Yeah.
That's
why, man. Because I think I said something about go. You like, about go. I'm like, yeah, man, I used to live with them. You know what I'm saying? And then we going back and forth, like, because I know you don't meet many people that rock with go.
Like
you know what I'm saying? And I'm, yelling out the bands and all that stuff. When I was there, I was there at a very important time of my life, man. That's like that becoming a teenager, and then like being a teenager there, and I learned all type of this different stuff. But like DC is just like it's like it's Chocolate City,
Chocolate City.
right? And this nigga is really chocolate there. It was. I'm gonna say that Dave Chappelle joke. Oh, on that stand up, where white people looking from Virginia, and then now you go up there,
That shit flip flop.
white people all over the damn place.
At least downtown. Downtown.
At least downtown, yeah.
Gentrification for sure.
Yeah.
So growing up in DC, man,
Mm-hmm.
tell me about it. How was your, and also, he's from DC too, so we're gonna have a little
You know what
DC
it
DC moment
We
right now.
just got a problem though, because even though I'm from there, like I'm a huge Giants fan. Anybody who know me knows that. Go Big Blue all day.
Yeah.
So he got that,
Well, y'all see what it is. You
that
know what I mean?
Commander's
Nah.
hat on.
This nigga got redskin car seats, and I don't understand that. That's going too far for me.
Yeah. So growing up there, so I lived in DC probably till I was 12 years old.
Mhm.
And then, so I lived at 5th and Missouri Avenue in DC. 56, shout out 5614. Some white people own it now, you know what I'm saying? But 5614 5th Street Northwest is where I grew up early. Lived there till I was probably like 7 or 8, and that's uptown. And then my family, well, me and my mom, I finally moved with her because I was living with my grandparents there. We moved to the south side of DC, southeast Alabama Avenue, Shipley Park. So I lived there for a few years. Then circumstances changed for my mom. She was making a better living and decided to take us out to Maryland. And I lived in this Jesus Christ, Severn, Maryland, which is right outside Fort Meade, in a place called Pioneer City.
Yeah.
That place is different now too. Like some of the street names is different, but I lived in Pioneer Circle, which is like the very first street that you move into. That was definitely a change for me. I didn't originally know anybody, you know what I'm saying? So it was different. Went to school there. Wasn't used to a whole bunch of white folks like in my classrooms and shit like that. But it was a good time, man. Like ups and downs, fights, getting beat up, like all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like growing up like a normal kid. Stayed there until I was like 17 years old, 16 years old. When I was 16, my older brother got killed in DC.
Sorry to hear that.
Appreciate it. In Southeast, street shit.
Yeah.
Right. So from that point, I moved back to DC and finished out my high school at Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
But it was kind of crazy because like I felt like I never left that city. You know what I'm saying? And like that go-go music stuff was always in me. Just the music stuff was always in me. Back then, I just didn't really know how to express it the way that I'm doing now. Yeah, man, good childhood though. Like, I mean, I feel like for any black kid to come from the city during the era that I came from, like, would have like the same. Like, if you were gonna complain about something, it'd be like not having money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being on food stamps.
Yeah.
You know, with me, it was living with my grandparents. Actually, I would consider that like the best part of my childhood. Right, so I've got several cousins that I consider like sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's how we were brought up. So those are like the closest. Like if I had to say siblings that I have. Yeah. Right. But other than that, man, that's just the city life. Man.
You know why DC is so dear to my heart?
Why, bro?
It's two things, right? The first thing, I lost my virginity up there.
That city would do that to you.
Yeah. Ninth grade, like that summer.
Yeah.
I wasn't ninth grade. Yeah, it had to be ninth grade because I was coming back to Georgia to 10th grade. But either way, yeah, man, like I had like that. I will always love that place. But the main thing one of the main things I loved about DC, you gotta understand when I came up there, I'm coming from small town Brunswick, Georgia, right? At one point, my mom was in the Air Force, so she got stationed up there. She left us in Brunswick for two years in Korea, wilding out. Rest in peace, Miss Robbie. But you told me, you admitted that. But when she came back, she scooped us all up from our grandma's house, and then we got to be going up to DC. When she was going to work at the Pentagon. Now the thing about that is we ain't live on base. My mama always refused for us to live on base.
Shout out to Mama Soup.
The main reason why is because Brunswick it's that's streets all day, right? So she want us not be street, but keep that. She want us to be sheltered. So everywhere we moved, like, no, we ain't gonna stay in the bad part of the time, but you ain't staying on that base. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go to school with the people from this area, and you know what I'm saying. I don't want my kids to be sheltered. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, people will hide their kids on base and send them to private schools,
and they never get cultured.
They never get cultured. So
like you can't go through life. Like I'm gonna say this: like if you shelter a kid, right? Like that kid go through life and never gets into a fight, never gets into an argument, never has to tell someone no, never has to like dispute anything. Like that kid is not gonna know how to survive in the real world, because in the real world, all of those things are gonna happen. Even today, like it still happens, right? But like,
and the thing, like my mom, the reason I show is like the Cobb family is crazy anyway, but not crazy, but they tough. My mama had my sister when she was 14, so she was just already like, you know what, life ain't fair. And I ain't finna fool my kids. Put this blank over their eyes. Like I'm gonna give them the best of everything. I'm gonna educate them. I'm gonna mentor them. But they got to see the real world. And I'm gonna tell you what, my nigga, I ain't see the real world till I went to that goddamn DC. But I'm gonna and it's that. And my mom had to work 2 jobs too, right? And she went to school at University of Maryland. So it was just me.
she was doing it.
So my mom was like, "You better figure out that damn bus system, that metro business. You know, if I want to go to the mall or anywhere, you know what I'm saying." And you know, but it was a lot of us in the neighborhood like that. You know what I'm saying? So we all came together, like got a little all day ticket. Back in the day, it was like the all day.
On that point, like I was thinking about that. So that transition from as a kid from DC to Maryland, like me and my cousin used to walk 10 to 12 fucking city blocks. Whittier Elementary, I never forget, bro. It's at the top of a hill, across from Coolidge.
Yeah.
Her and I, in the morning, with fucking Kool-Aid bags. We ain't have, like, the Kool-Aid packs they got now. We used to put that shit in Ziploc bags. And, like, by the time you get 3 blocks, my nigga, that shit is done. But, like, when I moved to Maryland, the fucking bus was coming. I'm like, bus? Like, you get a bus to school? That's crazy.
Because where we stayed at was literally a mile away from, like, actual D.C., right? And I remember I went to summer school in Upper Marlboro. I remember that in Chicago. Tell you what, when I learned that bus system, I wasn't going to school no more. I used to catch the bus to school because the metro bus system was right through the wood line. Yeah. So we used to just make it to school, and then me and my niggas would just walk through that bitch, go downtown. You know what I'm saying? Like, be all in D.C. But when I got there, that's where, like, my mom was so busy, and it was a lot of us like that, so we grew up very fast. And just the lingo. Like, I'm different, first of all, I'm coming in that bit with a high top fade.
What's up, Snap?
Yeah, it's like high top Bama. No, it was Bama was the first thing they called me. And I remember I was in 7th grade. Matter of fact, 7th grade. It was second. Anyway, I'm in there with some with some damn felines and a collar shirt, high top fade, look like Juvenile. You know, so Boosie and shit. And then when I came in, they were like, "Where you from, young?" When they say young, I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Mo.
Yeah, shit like that, right? And then I was like, "Nah, I'm from Georgia." They was like, "You a Bama, young?" They just kept calling me a Bama. I ain't know what the fuck that was. So then I had to stand up for myself. So I'm like, maybe the fuck they are, slap shit at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I steal you, young. I ain't never heard steal you. I ain't never heard that shit. Now, mind you, this is, this is back in late 97. You know what I'm saying? And I did not know, like, these niggas finna kidnap me. That's why I thought they was talking about stealing. Like, they gonna, these niggas about to kidnap me. Like, I was so shocked. I did not know the lingo. And, like, I'm on the bus riding back, like I'm shook, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I made it back to the bus to go home, and then I remember my neighbor, he was like, "What the hell wrong with you, man?" You know what I'm saying? He was from like Arkansas or something, you know, this military area. So I was like, man, he talking about they gonna kidnap me. He was like, man, who gonna kidnap you? Like, he's scared. Man, who gonna kidnap you? I said, oh no. He said, you'll steal me. And they were like, oh nah, man. He talking about he gonna punch in your jaw. That's what he meant. Oh, you gotta learn the lingo around here. And then, and I tell you what, man, once I learned the lingo and then got cool with and that's why I went to them schools to get cool with the local guys and all that. Like, they had me all in D.C. Like, I got the dress code down right. Everything, man, everything was good to go.
Yeah, that's one thing that's factual. Because, like, I remember leaving Maryland to go back to school in D.C., bro. That was, like, culture shock. Because, you hear how I talk now. Like, like all that D.C., like, the D.C. lingo, the accents and shit. it's gone.
Yeah,
Like it's been gone for a minute. But let me tell you, going back from Maryland to DC, bro, was the hardest fucking transition. Cause out there you could get away with being a bum.
Yeah,
You could get like nothing against that, you know, but like especially going to school where I went, right? Like you got kids, military kids from all over the world. So not everybody got it like that.
Yeah.
You got people who dress to impress every day, but like you have some bumps too, and you could literally get away with that. You show up to Roosevelt like that, you a bad. Like I don't give a fuck. Like you a Bama.
Yeah.
Like you can't wear. Like you ain't wearing like some fucking 996s because that was our shoe back then. The New Balance, right? You ain't got them on. You ain't rocking the slouch side.
Yeah, slouch socks.
Right. Like
DDTP World was a brand.
You ain't got your slouch socks double layered. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit, bro. Like it was just different.
And I could just imagine, man, because you know I went to school on the outside, right there of DC. I could just imagine how it was in the actual city.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta think I'm going to school where like they probably live in the city, but they go to school out. You know what I'm saying? Out here, and I remember Rookie was a clothing line. It was local though, like you know what I'm saying. And that was one thing I liked about DC. It was very black owned, and that's when I saw a lot of black businesses.
So
clothing brands
out in Maryland, North Face and shit like that was the shit.
Yeah.
You go to DC, we had Shooters. You know what I'm saying? Which was black owned brand. You know, like there's a couple more of them brands. I don't know if they still exist. I ain't you know, been out of loop for a little bit, but like all of them black like people was wearing that. You know what I'm saying?
Now the transition going back to Bama ass Brunswick. I'm rocking, man, DDTP. I got the Air Force Ones. They murdered me.
For wearing
Yeah, for once, cause them old ass basketball shoes, nigga, Dr. J had them damn shoes. Like they was just killing me, and I'm like, yo, this is shit.
Yeah, but
couple of years later, here come Nelly.
You know how it is.
Yeah,
with the song.
my nigga JT was the only one. Brett was the only one wearing them. Like you know, what I'm saying? I told y'all that was like the thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
That's you right though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And as I got older, you know what I'm saying, and decided to enter the service, right? Like my first duty station, bro, was Georgia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like everybody down there was Jay's happy. And I was like, all right.
But okay, I see what we're doing.
I see what we're doing now. You can get away with whatever, but you better have some.
Yeah, you gotta have some J's on.
You gotta have some J's on. So like, from that point, man, that's 2000, 2001, 2002. Yeah, my shoe. Like I had to snap my shoe. Like the South will make you do that.
Yeah,
They ain't gonna knock you on the clothes pretty much, but
You
like
know how it is up north though.
Yeah.
North different. So I moved from DC to PA, and bruh, if you ain't got a fucking pair of Timbs, hey,
you
you
was out of here, buddy.
Hey, look at that, you like, yo. People talking about, yo, you got the beef and broccoli.
I feel like that's more like the beef and brock
That's
shit is
Philly.
a new. I feel like that's a New York shit.
It's not though.
For real,
not.
the beef
No,
and
it's
brock.
not.
All right,
beef
so
and
you
broccoli.
got to think about this, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Philly is literally across the bridge.
That's true.
From New York.
Yeah,
right?
you got New York and Jersey.
So when you get these Philly cats, and then you come down to like, so I'm from Central PA, right? So Harrisburg and all that other stuff. So it's combined from like Virginia, DC. So the style was completely different. I was like,
that's
damn,
where they went when they pushed us out of the
Yeah.
city.
like you could kind of fit in wherever, but if you didn't have a pair of fucking Timbs, bro, like motherfuckers looking at you like, yo, what you doing?
I mean, I feel like Tim's is universal though. Like there's some cities that wear them shits way fucking more.
Philly,
like, I feel like Baltimore too.
but
These niggas being Timbs and shorts.
But in some places they get outrageous with it. Like when you go to Midwest, they be wearing like purple ones, white ones.
Yeah, no, you
like
right.
chill out, Nebraska.
So the shit that
Nebraska be wild.
the shoes that the shoe styles that I say DC like owns was we the first ones to rock the ACGs, the Nike boots. We the first ones to rock the 996s, New Balance.
Yeah.
Right. I don't wear New Balance no more, but I'm sure people in the city still wear them, and they up on some different number now.
Yeah, they crazy.
But like them two right there, like them the ones that's like, if you seen somebody walking here, ACGs probably good 60% chance that person grew up in the DMV. Yeah. Right. Like I'll say that.
Yeah. I had bought a pair recently down here. They was like, "What are you doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like people buy. Man, I would absolutely wear ACGs all day.
Matter of fact, Jim Jones had an argument with Wale about that shit. Who was rocking them? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, definitely DC. That's the only time I ever see them big ass black boots somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to
Bootsy,
DZ though. Yeah.
This shits is hard though. Like
yeah.
the first versions of them shits that came out, them shits was fire.
No,
Like,
they were. Yeah. What made you get into the music thing, man? You know, I think like, and not to cut you off, I think we all like back in the day we had our favorite rappers, right?
For sure.
And then like, man, you can do it, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But me, I started off more as a producer.
Yeah.
Cause I was more a fan of like, you know, the Timberlands and the Swiss Beats and all that. That was my side that I later on, you know, learned that, you know, everybody said, then you could write, you could spit too, right? You know what I'm saying? So I kinda, you know, doing both.
Yeah.
You know. And I think around that time I might have been, I mean shit, since the age of 6. Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style was the first album I ever memorized, right? I wasn't supposed to be listening, but my older brother was playing it in the car. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the one driving me around.
Yeah.
So what was that moment that you knew, like, you know what, I'm gonna try this, you know?
Like,
I mean, create.
like
I'm gonna try to
take
create
it,
the music.
So the
we'll
first,
take it seriously.
So the first thing, like, and I put that in a song. I was like, in '99, I wrote this on the napkin. Would have been did it, but confidence lacking, right? So I put that in a song because that's true. Like in 1999, right? I was just finishing up high school, right? And like I remember the first round I kicked to some guys in my neighborhood. They was just looking at me like, you just trash, and I was like, well, fuck,
yeah,
you know, like maybe not. But then Mobb Deep dropped Shook Ones. I think right after that, or right around that same time, Bone had dropped that East 1999 album. We're not against rap, like, and I'm like, damn. And I'm letting people where I live listen to these songs because I had access to them. I would spend my money on CDs and shit, right?
Yeah.
So, and they like, man, that music corny, but I'm listening to it, and really, I wasn't falling in love with lyrics at that age. I was falling in love with bass. Like I didn't know what I didn't know what to call an 808, but like I was like, yo, the feeling that music gives me when it plays. Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day. Like if you listen to the bass of that song, like that shit is so damn tranquil, right? And like also all of them people that I'm talking about, like that was like inspirational from that aspect. All of them had like this certain struggle that they talked about, and I felt like at that time, those years, I was living that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I needed some kind of outlet, and I would make song. Shout out to my man Mike Esparza, bro. Like I think the first tape I ever recorded was with this guy a long time ago, and I was like saying all sorts of shit, and I hit him up on IG. This was probably like 2 months ago, and he's like, yo, I still got that tape. You was talking shit about that girl you broke up with. I was like, for real? I was like, God damn. But like at that time, man, like I was like doing it. I just didn't know where. Yeah. Then 2001, right before I joined the Army, probably like, 2000, I met Steele, right? He was working at Foot Action or Finish Line at Fashion Place in Crystal City. And like I'm just like rapping, walking in, and he like, yo, you rap, and I was like, yeah, and he's like, and I've been like trying to get in the studio. He's like, yo, if you want to go to the studio for real, like let me know. Like we go to Night Flight Studio. Shout out to them. They in Fort Washington, Maryland. And I was like, yeah, man. He was like, yo, who's my number? All right, dude, let's link up. Let's start spitting. And then he introduced me to a whole nother crew of guys that was just doing it, and like they brought me in the fold. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, like. Musically, that's the first time I felt like I ever been accepted in my life. Yeah. Right? So, like, and I'm learning because some of these dudes is older than me and they've been doing it for a while. Season, I'm like, okay, yeah. You know, never thinking about making beats, though. Yeah. Right? So, I'm still finding producers trying to buy beats and do all this shit. Don't know shit about the music business. Right? I'm young, 19, 20 years old. So, fast forward a little bit. Like, I started hitting the studio, started building that. Okay, I see what he doing behind the board. Maybe I want to do that. Like I just wanted to be involved with the music period. So fast forward again, right? I go to Iraq. I get shot in Iraq. I come home in 2004, January, but I'm not home. I'm at Walter Reed for a good 4 months. So now I got all the time in the world to like just work on music shit. So I just spent my time doing that, me and Still, right? So like I've known this dude for forever now. 20-something years, right? So, but like that dude inspired me mainly to like you can do it. He was the one that was like you can do this, right? Everybody else is looking at me, and somebody always gonna tell you like some shit. But I felt like at that time like the circle that I was I won't even call them circle. Like it was just the people that I was around were just like naysayers.
Yeah.
Right. One, and it wasn't. I don't even think it was about the music shit. I think I had more women in them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm light skinned, nigga. We gonna get there. But like I get what you're saying. But motherfuckers was shooting they shot at shit that was what Pusha T say. You chasing the feature that's unattainable.
I'm gonna get on y'all light skinned niggas in a minute, cause I'm in the middle, so it's like I got the privileges.
Yeah.
But if I get ahead of myself, they're like, all right, nigga, calm down. You ain't that light skinned. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I ain't gonna.
but go ahead though.
But that's the shit that caused me the most trouble. Like I feel like you know what I'm saying? Like the way that I was moving as a teenager is obviously way different I moved as an adult. But like I feel like I had my pick. You know what I'm saying? Back then I had my pick. You know, and being young,
he laughing at me.
I'm laughing at myself.
I get because sometimes I get a little cocky. They be like, all right, nigga, hold on.
No, but I'm just saying like you 19, 20 years old. You're immature. Right. You're immature, so you're gonna get into it with people over chicks. And I felt like
that's the main thing we get over.
But also, females gravitated towards me. You know what I'm saying? Like back then. Oh, what you talking about? Like I'm just listening to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's shit that grown men do, and I just didn't realize it back then.
The thing is, we always been on grown men shit, right? Like we don't. And I know what you're talking about, man. Because it's two things, friends, men. It's gonna fall out over. It's gonna be over women,
right? Yeah.
And secondary money.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is more women though.
Yeah.
Because men, we talking about women want attention. No, men want they ego driven, so they want the attention more. So any dude that's getting more attention in the room, especially if they don't think they should be getting attention, you know what I'm saying? Like I think the attention I get, I think they be like, why is this nigga with the gap teeth getting on the damn? You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still caught up on looks. It's about being grown and not hollering at the girl, but actually get to know her.
Exactly.
And we're not trying to give y'all no dating advice for that. But what we saying is because this is going to lead into the support. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's going to lead into the more support thing. Like that leads into what I want to the next topic of this whole thing. Sure. It ain't about falling out with women. It's just that when you are creative and people just are drawn to you, not just women, just people in general. And people that don't possess that, they get angry at that. Like, man, how come he can just walk in the room and then people just
it's exactly that. And like I'm sitting here and I'm jokingly saying some of the stuff, but
it's real.
To be real, like I worked my ass off. Like even as a teenager, right? Like I had jobs, right? Like I bought cars, family. Like my mom helped me do that. But like when I'm driving cars as a teenager. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like I pull up to my school in a car. What you think is gonna happen?
I always had a car, but yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
jealousy came with that.
I don't care. Like I had some beaters too, bro. Like them cars. But it don't even fucking
It don't even matter when you're high school.
But you ain't on Pat and Charlie. Yeah. Somebody can get in your car. I
don't know. Like them days, bro. Like honestly, like I felt like I couldn't wait to be an adult because like it was just I don't know. It was just different.
I think. People being jealous of that, people like that, right?
Yeah.
I think, to me personally, I think that's why I don't get the support that I think I should be having.
Of course.
Right? And I think in my lifetime of me doing a lot of stuff, even you, I'm talking about everybody, even you, with your poetry, like, I think that when people see us do our thing, they're like, damn, they really good at this.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna share it though.
You
know what I'm saying? Or they steal your shit.
No. So I got a super theory about this, right? So, think about all the friends that are on your friends list.
Yes.
Think about where you know them from. And think about how many years ago that was. And think about their last memory that they possibly have of you.
Yes. That does play a factor. Yeah.
And I feel like motherfuckers will see you doing great shit. Like, I got enemies. Like, I got enemies, like people that I just absolutely, like, as an adult, I wouldn't, like, go fight these motherfuckers. But when I think of my last thought of them, like I would be like, that was a fucking enemy, right? Or what they call them, the ops. That was like an op. But the grown in me looks at that person like, oh, they doing something with their life.
Yeah.
Like
share.
Yeah, I see you.
Comment.
I ain't stalking nobody page.
Yeah.
But if they shit come across my time, I wouldn't have added them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because part of me, the adult in me, would feel like they are adults now.
Yeah.
I'm an adult now. If I see you doing something positive, right? Or if I see you doing something that could potentially launch you somewhere, right? Coming where we came from, I'm gonna support that.
And another thing, like you saying, like people that remember you in a point of time, right? And I get that, right? But and I get it. But half that friends list, they know I've been doing this since I met them. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I'm like, why?
What FBG man say? It hit different.
It hit
different when you meet them and
when
you doing it.
Yeah, they're actually doing it. Now, when it comes to the music part of it, I can understand why they're a little standoffish about it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm older. I'm not making music to be famous off music, all right? I make music for me. You know what I'm saying? For my niggas, I want to get drunk and listen to me spit rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
But how about you take the opportunity to listen? You might
that's what I'm saying. And,
Right.
and that's another thing. That's another thing. That's another thing. They thinking that I'm making Lil Uzi Vert shit. No. Listen to it. Motherfucker, I'm dead at 40 years old. I'm not out here.
We're not talking about the
you
same
know what I'm
shit.
saying? No, it's definitely. We did the song we completed today. You know what I'm saying? I would have to throw that out as a snippet for them to be like, oh shit, I thought he was making like music like gangsters.
But I think it can go deeper. It can go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just from like people you know,
No, we heard that.
or like your friends, or like your friends list and shit like that. Just people that you encounter, right? People can see something in you that you don't see in yourself, and it frightens them.
So like, I'm gonna tell you what, right?
I'm gonna say to that point. I'm gonna say that's 50-50 because 90%, I'm gonna say 90% of the people who hit like on my shit are fucking strangers.
Yes.
Well, I ain't just talking
Like
about.
I randomly come across.
But check this out though.
I ain't
Check this
talking
out though.
about just the social media realm. I'm talking about like
when you meet
people that you
people.
meet. Like, all right, you've worked with some people, right? And them individuals, you know what I'm saying? They know what it is that you're capable of, and so, but yet they still have this weird shit where it's like they feel threatened by you.
I give you a perfect example,
like,
man.
damn, player, like I ain't do shit to you.
No,
you're
right.
I won't
argue that.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example, bro. Like music, I'm not. You don't have to support me in music. That's for me. But I still got 3 classic albums. But anyway, but this is what I mean, right? Back in
classic shit.
Pro Music 3 be out this weekend. Anyway, no, back in 2015, 16, when I said I was going to start a podcast show. Yeah, that was the hardest thing for people to either fathom. And they fucking mind. They never heard of it. And we talking about black people now. You know what I'm saying? Like, white people's already on it. But, you know, I think Charlamagne the God had one, and I think Joe Budden was out at that point. It wasn't many, right? So I was like, oh, man, I can do this, right? You know what I'm saying? I like to talk, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom on the mic. And then when I was trying to get people to do the show, but that was a whole nother thing. Like, what the hell the podcast? So the whole thing, what's a podcast show? I'm like, hey, we going to talk about these women. They're going to just sit there and listen to us talk. Like, yes. Yeah, and then, but it was so out of this world to them, right? So then I kept doing it. I kept doing shows. Nobody was sharing it. Nobody. Yeah, that's what it was. Look, man, look. Nobody would. You did one of the first shows in Fayetteville. Yeah, I started in Hawaii though, but yeah, when I came back and we ran into each other,
you couldn't get people to show up in Hawaii.
No, in Hawaii, no. I got people to come to the show. I'm talking about like once I posted it, like, hey, podcast show. Everybody like, what the hell is this? Like nobody even understood what that was, right? And I'm telling you, I said, this is the future. I kept telling about it. And then now, 2023, everybody and their goddamn daddy and their dog has a podcast, right?
And you can do it from anywhere.
So now, when my stuff getting like out there a little bit, now they looking like, oh, he just got a podcast like everybody else. No, motherfucker, I've been telling y'all about podcasts since 2016, and it's crazy that when they finally catch on to stuff, now they looking like I'm just on the bandwagon. Yeah, and I hate that. That's why I was telling people you got to support from the beginning with anybody. Yeah. Right? No, if you don't like it, don't like it. Like, I get it.
Like, shit, I'm only laughing. Yeah. I'm only laughing because, like, this shit on YouTube, right? Yeah. Yo, my kids will watch other families.
Yeah,
like, literally.
Just doing day-to-day
normal
stuff.
Shit. I was like, what are you watching?
Yeah, but is that a podcast? Like, is that podcast?
It's not a podcast.
It's just people, like, vlogging. But to me, it's the same shit.
You can watch us on video. You can listen to an audio. Like it's literally the same thing. And I was like, I was like, that's crazy. They're just doing normal stuff. You're just having a conversation.
I got it. But different. I'm saying those same people that would not understand that they would share everybody's podcast in the world. And I'm like, bro, I've been So now,
You know
but
how
see,
it
now
is.
you got to stop begging for the support.
Did you hear that new Joe Rogan?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Nigga, did you? Yo, no, that's facts, man.
You know what I'm saying? What? You don't even know who Joe Rogan really is, bro.
Right.
You saw a TikTok clip of this motherfucker, and you don't even. No, Joe Rogan's my shit. Like, he talk about other shit.
Let me cover this shit. They don't.
You know, Earth and, you know, astronomy and, you know what I'm saying? He talk about this random stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not even like that podcast show. It's kind of like this like, $1 Million with the Gang, right? Like, people sending me that. No, 85 South show, right?
Yeah.
I already was doing the damn show. Like, Drink Champs. I was already doing that.
Yeah.
This wasn't no superstars doing it, but at the end of the day, I was telling people, like, y'all would have just pushed this shit from the beginning.
Yeah.
Then,
That's right.
yeah. Because when people don't understand, when I do stuff for my peoples. Like,
Yeah.
everybody don't came through my show because they're like, damn, I can really come on. He really got a show. I can come on. And I can express my views. You know, and I'm telling people, like, you gotta. So begging for support, that's kind of old right now. I don't even ask for that. I still promote my shit, but I don't. It's just so crazy to me. It's just like, damn, man, you know me.
If you expect,
yeah.
If you expect, like, I probably have 16. I don't know. No, not even that many. Probably 900 followers on my regular Facebook page, and in 2016, I built that RVO Facebook page.
Yeah.
Right? And just making beats live on there, right? It's what they're doing on, like, TikTok now, right? But Facebook was doing it first, like, with your live. So I was on that, doing that on live, and built a fan base over there of 10,000 people, right? Roughly 10,000 people, right? Just want to watch me make beats over there.
Yeah.
When I asked them, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you ask them, like, they will like those videos, right? But, like, when you ask them to support something outside of what they watch you to do, you know, watch you do, like, they don't want to action that, bro. Like, it's really hard.
But you know what's even crazier, though? They would come on the show and still won't share it. You own the show.
Yeah,
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you, that's the part, like, you really out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if anything I'm on, I'm sharing it. I might just share my piece.
I mean,
but your show is still getting promoted. You get what I'm saying?
Here's a snippet.
Look, here's a snippet of me.
right. Even if you want to cut it out, but something to help fellow man. You know what I'm saying?
But it's so crazy. Like, they would come on the show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And not even share that show.
That's crazy.
It's like, hey, can you? I'll make it easy for them. I'll make them their own little clip and send it to them.
It don't make sense, bro.
It just don't. I don't
like-
know. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Nah, it
Any
don't.
song I'm on, I'm sharing it. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't even like the dude
Bro.
on the damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm
So
on verse too, though.
on that same note, right? So I own a studio. Every artist that comes through here, right? When we work together, I also own a Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
Right? Every artist that comes through here that I record a song for gets their song put on that playlist.
Yeah.
And you know who plays that playlist? Probably about 300 people right now. Which is probably more streaming than they would normally get just posting songs by themselves.
Yeah.
Right? But it's something.
Yeah.
I don't do that because I don't want them to succeed. Right? I don't look at it like, yeah, man, great job. Thank you for working with me and whatever.
Yeah.
That's not, like, that ain't the end, bro. Like, if you come in here, you spent your money to work with me, like, the least I could do is share the shit that you doing.
Well,
Whether you buy a beat from me, whether you bring your own shit here, you record me, like, literally. The only way that it ain't going on there is if you tell me, like, hey, man, I'm not ready to do anything with this song yet. Don't put it on the. But, like, I don't do that. I don't need to do that because I don't put it out until it's on. I don't put it on there until it's on Spotify.
I think they just think it's a business transaction. Like, so I mean, my podcast is a little different. My podcast with people I know, right?
No.
So no, I'm saying, like, but if I was like an interviewer, like, you pay me to come on my show, I interview you, and then we don't have no relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably how they viewing it.
No, but I would say, like, the people who do come in here, like, they work with me, like, I'm just saying, like, for reference, like, they leave out of here the same way I share they shit. They sharing my shit. Like they go
it's
on.
a mutual
Right.
Oh yeah. So you saying okay.
It's weird to me that like the people that you meet in the industry that you in, even if they not in the podcast industry, if they a fucking guest on your shit,
they don't share.
They can't go back and hit one little button that says share.
They
like,
don't.
That's crazy.
Look, bro. I would even the clips that I have, the clips that I put up, they're in the clip talking. Just take that clip.
If I missed any share buttons for you, Soup, then I will absolutely.
No.
But like I'm pretty sure, like I know when I see him or I'm watching the show live. And I'm like, boom, 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 like.
Well, former you interact with the show. I'm like, that's.
But that's. It's just,
I'm just saying like, this.
The main thing.
But if they shared it, that puts more eyes. Like I get it, man. Like that puts more eyes on it when you're live, and then it's a whole vibe. Like some days, like I don't want to watch TV. I'm watching you do this live,
and you can call in everything live.
Everything.
And it's like, man, it's a lot of people that came through my. It's a lot of people that came through my show, right? Free, and I don't charge people to come on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody's
yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's we trying to get somewhere just like the next person. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna
little disclaimer. If I ever be like, hey man, you want to come to the studio and record, and you be like, how much you gonna pay me to come to your studio to record? Just slap yourself.
Yeah, just slap yourself
twice.
How much am I paying you to come to my studio?
Yeah, but we all on the same level. That to me personally, with it on the podcast
unless I call you, like I'm on my producer shit, and like I feel like I need a certain musician, like a pianist.
Oh yeah,
or
to
like
do
a
certain.
saxophone. That's different. But you don't call me and be like, yo, how much you gonna pay me to get on your podcast?
Yeah,
because like I feel like some of them, the famous like superstar podcasts, like. That's the like they have a budget to pay these people, but them stories to me not interesting. Like I want to hear from people first in my community, right? Because like if you know anything about me, if I need work done, like a dude from my neighborhood made the door, this door for my studio, right? Like I will always give them the opportunity first before I outsource to anybody. Yeah. So like I want to hear they stories, bro. Like I don't want to hear nobody that's famous shit already.
I want to get paid through sponsorship. That's how I want to get paid.
Yeah, but in order to do that, motherfuckers got to share your shit.
Share your shit.
Grow your shit.
Oh my God!
It's just so I don't know. That's like mind boggling to me, and I be thinking like, damn, my shit whack. And I'll be like, nah, I know my shit ain't whack. You know what I'm saying? I think, but it goes back to like. Even,
I'm not saying nah just because we cool. Like I'm saying nah because like I've been a part of shows, I've seen shows, and them shit like they hilarious, bro. And you might disagree with one of the guests, like like my man that was like Theme from No Limit.
Oh yeah.
Was in his top 5.
Yeah, shout out to Digger, man.
But you're not in my top 5.
Shout out to me. You're not in my top 5.
What you call him?
Mr. Womp Womp. He was trying to put Mr. Womp Womp over Wayne, man.
Over Lil Wayne.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Wayne ain't my top 5, but we ain't put Mr. Womp Womp over Wayne. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I was dead, bro.
Yeah.
Like you said that. I was like, hey, show over.
Show over. But you know, from where Digger coming from, he is a No Limit fanatic, bro. You can't tell him nothing about No Limit. So it doesn't surprise that come for that. But I wasn't going to agree with him.
I feel like some people's top 5 too is based on if they met him in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like if they because I had a chance to like spend some time with. Okay, so. Your top 5 that you're doing right now is based on your relationship, personal relationship. Like you actually met this person, so he's in your top. Okay, cool.
It's like Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy is in my top 10, right?
Yeah.
People will stab me over. I don't know why. Pastor Troy had a run. I still don't know why.
He had a run.
He had a super run though. Everybody in the South needed him.
In the South.
What that mean? What you talking about?
You said he had a run in the South. That's like saying Fiend had a run in.
No, Fiend didn't have a run like Pastor Troy.
He had a run in New Orleans.
He had a slap. He had a slight run in New Orleans. Now you condensing it down to the city. Now you didn't even say Louisiana.
He had a run in
Mississippi. You said New Orleans.
He had a run in Mississippi. I don't know, bro. Like Pastor Troy,
but Pastor, I got it. But that's
come on.
That's the one people gonna argue with me about.
But that's the only song that I really like when I think of Pastor Troy. Like when he.
Yeah, but I think, and I understand that. But when you think of it, you gonna be like, this motherfucker. He was involved with some hits with Lil Jon. Yeah,
Like if you want to talk like the most influential people,
but they got it. They got it from Pastor Troy though. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all.
So before Pastor Troy,
no,
nobody.
he was no. He's talking about crunk, like crunk music. That yeah.
So
I mean that what like all that stuff.
That's
it. Well, you know, I'm gonna say this is my view, but.
No,
I'm talking about.
I mean,
Yes, that's Troy all day. Miracle sounded like him.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah, because
came out sounding like him.
Doing that.
No. Outkast, they was rappers.
They're lyricists.
Yeah, they're lyricists.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think if anybody in the Dungeon family was doing like the crunk music.
No, I mean they was just on it. That's they different.
Yeah.
They gonna be in their own world. But I'm just talking about like as far as that chanting shit, Miracle, Drama, Lil Jon came in there. And then that beat, the snare line for No More Playing GA, everybody took that. That's still playing in the bands today. No More Playing GA, Crime Mob came out with the same like.
So Georgia had Pastor Troy. North Carolina had
Petey Pablo.
And that's pretty. And then
as far
that's
as
pretty much it.
As far as hype shit,
As far as like
Petey Pablo's legendary.
Yeah.
As far as crunk shit, I mean,
you had somebody down the road about
and guys, and I know we're not talking about like the underground. Look, we know Little Brother existed. We got it, bro. We're fans of rap. We talking about like
some influence
exploded
for some specific genres right now. I don't know how we transitioned.
Yeah.
But we did.
But that's our conversation.
But support.
Support.
We don't beg for support no more, but it's just kind of funny to me how people.
Get mad. That's
what I'm saying. I used to get like you.
I'm like, yo,
like
500 of you motherfuckers, and now like.
And I remember you. I remember
20, and me and you had a conversation about that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bruh, I'm not asking for much. Like, there's one. I was like, there's one little fucking button on there. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you now, Facebook, I don't give two shits.
Yeah, you got off that shit real quick.
I don't give two.
But you know, when you're so passionate, you don't catch yourself until you read it like a week later, like that.
Because I was just thinking to myself, like I do the live beat making over on my page live, right? And like these absolute fucking strangers, like people that don't know me from anything.
I got 18,000 followers on TikTok.
Hearting and liking the fuck out of this shit while it's live. You know what I'm saying? Sharing it to their buddies and shit. And then I go back to people who I know. And then I'm like,
it's crazy to me, man. I don't know why it's so hard.
But I'm over that. If I offended any of my Facebook friends, y'all got unfriend me.
Yeah, but I already talked to the people that are.
Y'all got unfriend me. I don't know how
you
just continue what you've been doing. It's like not like
and you know what? Everything's corny to it pops. Everything's corny to it pops, and I tell people that all the time. Podcasting was corny. Now it's popping. You know what I'm saying?
Like you, probably you, me. Like, I'm too busy now, like, honestly, to be worrying about likes, shares. I'm honestly too busy to worry about that stuff. And when I first started this, I thought that's how it's supposed to go. Now I don't care if that's how it's supposed to go. So, like, again, if I offended any of my Facebook associates, right, like, I'm over it. I hope you are over it. I really don't share that much on my personal page anymore. So I'm literally busy. I have a full-fledged website. If I want to share shit, I'll share that. Where I will see some benefits. My artists will see some benefits. My clients will see some benefits from that. And not some white man is sitting up controlling what you see every day. And then some of my friends used to tell me, "Oh man, I think I'm in Facebook jail and I just don't see your stuff." Well, you haven't seen my stuff since 2016, bro. Like, yeah, cool. And Facebook friendships are they
real?
I'm starting to feel like it's just ways for people to be nosy, bro.
Right.
That's all it is. Yeah.
I don't really care.
Okay, so here's the kicker. Here's one of the kickers, right? Have you ever had anybody like you post some shit? You've been posting for a while. You've been putting all this stuff out, right? They won't support you publicly, but then we'll hit your message bar. Yo, that's fire. That's dope. Or they hit your cell phone. They text you like, "Oh, I seen your post. I seen it." Like, bro, I get that all the time.
You know what? I get that in person.
Yeah, I've gotten it in person too.
The episode you did 3 weeks ago, but I'm like, damn, you 3 weeks ago on my, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
bro,
I didn't even know you was even.
That's what kills me, though.
Watching it or following. He's like, yeah, man, I follow. I said, why you ain't got people that gotta? Because if everything we do blows,
right?
You know what? If it do blow, they're gonna be right there on that documentary.
I knew it.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I was one of the
Man,
first.
right
I was
there.
one of the first nigga on his show.
Right
Like
there.
I'm the one that bought him his first mic for the podcast show. You know, it's like they're gonna be right there on those documentaries, man.
When he was five.
When you were 5,
You know
like, as soon as that shit popped, boy, like
he sat beside me in science class in elementary school.
Yeah, he was a great dude.
And I would watch him. I would watch him on all his social media.
Social media, yeah.
Interviewer.
Yeah.
Did you like and share his comment? No, I never did that. All right, interview him.
I was even on one of the shows. I still ain't shared that one. How you on the show and didn't share it?
Bro, that's what kills me though, man. Don't support me in private because that doesn't help me. Like, okay, you want to stroke my ego? Fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, but share it because if this is something that can be out to the masses, these are things that it is that can help influence other people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, with some positive vibes or whatever. Because you just never know. Your music, you know what I'm saying, could be that thing where that is needed for somebody to get it, come out of those dumps or whatever.
And that's why you don't stop doing what you do.
Your beats could be something somebody catches it, and then whatever is in their soul, they can pour out on that beat. You feel me? So for people, you need that outward support. So if any of y'all get and hear any of this, you know what I'm saying? Just do that. Support people publicly versus privately. You can send whatever you want, your accolades and all the other shit, be it text, whatever, a message, whatever. But do it also where other people can see it. You feel me? That's it's free, and it's free. It costs you nothing.
Crazy, man.
It literally costs a click of a mouse, a tap of your finger. It costs you nothing. You know what I mean?
That part right there was my argument. It costs you absolutely nothing to show, hey man, support. Like, I don't even care if you do it once. If you, like, Facebook has a messenger on it, you could just be like, hey man, I'm not gonna necessarily like your post, but I just want to tell you good job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that might go a little ways. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna reply back to you. Thank you for telling me that you like it. Please share it, because most people don't understand, and this is why I don't get mad anymore. They don't really care, but they don't understand algorithms. And when you share stuff, it doesn't just put it in front of people that you know. Like, you share it once, somebody else that's scrolling randomly might see that video because you're one share, believe it or not.
And the main problem that I also have, like, I had in the past, like, people that I know, especially at the beginning, they don't listen to podcast shows. But I was like, well, still share it because somebody you know might listen to podcast shows.
Stop being selfish.
I don't listen to podcast shows. So you think because you don't listen to podcast shows, nobody in your friends group. That's selfish. You know, they like what they only like what you like. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, man.
All of these people out here, you open up a clothing shop, and I'm your best friend. And like, you be like, hey, come to my store, you know what I'm saying? Come spend your money down here. And I walk in here and I say, I don't like shit. I don't like nothing. This shirt is ugly. But I got two people with me, and I look back at them and say, come on, y'all, we leaving. I don't even get them a chance or an opportunity to browse in your fucking store.
They done did it back now. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like nothing in your store. And friends, real friends, not on the list. We gonna leave. Yeah. Y'all don't put blindfolds on. Y'all can't see nothing in the store. All right, y'all. We still cool though. Right? Like, to me,
that's literally what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
That is a great analogy.
Because you're not sharing it, you're stopping. You're not affording other people who aren't you to make a decision for themselves, right? Yeah. So each friends list is a sphere of influence, right? Big words time, right? Sphere of influence, right? Yeah. It's a bunch of interlocking circles, right? So if something I do touches your circle, it's not a nutsack. It's a fucking sphere of influence, right? Like your friends is gonna share it with them friends, and them friends gonna share it with them friends, and the cycle continues. And y'all do it with the most negative fucking. Y'all do it with the most negative ignorance.
Not a nutsack. Pause. Pause. Y'all so big on pause.
Oh yeah, this is the pause industry. I got pause buttons up here. Yeah. There's a pause button right there. pause button over there.
You can't say nothing.
Air pause.
Oh man.
Air pause, play, pause, airplay. No, but seriously, like I'm just messing with you. But like, yo, seriously, like your sphere of influence can help somebody who don't have anything. Like I'm good. I'm straight. He's straight.
Yeah.
He's
straight now.
Right? Like,
like I'm straight.
There's artists.
Like I'm straight. Like,
Hey,
more straighter than y'all. But
I ain't got to say that. Pause.
We joking, but yeah, we straight.
Nah, but damn, you fucked
But
up.
we still got a passion for stuff.
We do,
And we get everybody involved.
You right.
And we just want people to like, support us.
But I think about that dude that like spends his money to come in here to record, right? And like social media is free for the most part, unless you're doing like paid advertisement stuff. But like that kid, right, who has a dream to do something, right? His shit could take off, right? Just by people just hitting one button, right? Sharing it with one person in their little circle. It costs them nothing, bro. So that's a little aggravating. Not for me, but for like
it's aggravating.
But not anymore. Like it used to be. Like I don't even think about it like that no more. Like I'm doing a whole bunch of joking and messing around, but like for them, that shit could mean everything. Like you ain't got to like nothing I do. I don't. But if I post something that an artist, don't click it from my page. Go to their page. Right? Like if your issue is with me and you don't want to hit the like because of me, go to their page directly and just share their stuff. Take an opportunity to listen to it. You ain't doing shit. Like it's like a fucking DeVry commercial. If you sitting there scrolling, that means you really ain't doing shit. So you have the time to just like take a listen.
Y'all keep sharing that goddamn my booty holes brown. Y'all keep sharing that shit.
What the fuck? Hey,
y'all keep sharing that shit.
Hit the pause button.
Pause over here, bro. What the fuck?
Booty hole brown. Y'all keep sharing that fucking song.
What is that?
Pound Town, nigga. I'm out of town. Thug it with my rounds. My pussy pink. My booty holes brown.
I ain't even heard that.
Y'all ain't heard that?
Fuck no.
She's all over the place.
Look, man.
Pull it up.
Look, man.
Nah, don't do it.
Because now, you know why she's so famous? They'll cut me off this bitch.
Like that.
Yeah, bro.
Go type in my booty hole brown.
No, man, I don't want to type that. That's just weird. Google's going to show me some weird shit, man. Hell no.
Super pause.
Yeah, super pause.
Super pause.
Google that.
Hey.
Well, shit, I'm black. It probably is brown, motherfucker. Like,
yo, where my
everybody booty hole brown. But I don't want to hear it in a song.
Where my other keyboard at with the pause button on it, bro? I'm about to get some paper down here, just draw a fucking pause button and just hold that shit. What the fuck?
Hey, man.
That's a topic for the night.
No.
Nah,
I just kept it like short. Yeah, I just kept it short.
I was about to say, I'm about to Marshawn Lynch that shit.
I'm the Heisman on that.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm gonna try to. Y'all think this is crazy? I think the next show I'm about to do is about to get a little crazy over there. Y'all welcome to come if y'all want.
We about to rap?
Yeah.
It just got silent all of a
I know that was kind of weird.
No, because I was.
Pause like.
The pause.
Because I'm thinking about I just screamed booty hole brown 7 times
on the internet.
On air.
Yeah. on the internet.
Nah, but they know the song though. That song is blazing.
But you didn't preface that shit with.
No, okay. It was really about what y'all.
Stop sharing my booty hole brown.
I went straight into it.
Yeah.
And stop sharing my booty hole brown. Like my booty hole floating around.
Pause, man. You went straight into it.
My booty hole floating around the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, there was no preface. Like,
You see what? Hey, hold up.
It was about sharing like random stuff. Like y'all, that girl is famous because it started off as a joke.
Yeah.
But they kept sharing it.
But the crazy shit is now that you just said your booty hole brown all over the internet, somebody's probably gonna share.
They're gonna meme your ass.
They gonna like,
They gonna
my booty hole brown.
that booty. Yeah.
Hey, what's crazy? You're right though, because like if you think back, what's the I got bronchitis chick?
Huh?
The I got bronchitis chick, the one that went viral and shit, that they was doing like the news interview with. She was like, I looked over there and oh Lord, there's a car.
Yeah.
You know what? oh Lord, there's a fire. And I said, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. They fucking clip that bitch.
She got a clothing brand with that shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that was good. Hide your kids, hide your wife, pause. Yeah, fucking I was just over here eating my McDonald's.
Oh, the chick that did it's a 22.
Pew, pew, pew. Yo,
like that stuff. Like
that's crazy.
So when I watch some of these videos, they just be like, "Yo, people share the stupidest shit."
That's facts.
And sometimes, like, we even get caught up in it. I be like, "Yo, that shit's funny." All right.
Oh man.
You know,
Look, bro. At the end of the day, man, support everything that your people doing, but mainly, I appreciate everything that you've done, man. I just appreciate your character.
I appreciate you.
At the end of that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I just...
Yeah. We ain't even really talk, like, I know you about to want to wrap up, but, like, there's a whole bunch of shit that, like, I want to see happen, bro. Like, for people, not just my business, right, but, like, give people opportunities to have an outlet in something positive.
Yeah.
Right? So, somebody was complaining, was like, yo, Rounds, got to, like, he charged, like, you know, this cheap, like, why you do that? One,
they want you to charge. Well, they saying like, why you charging?
Yeah, like I'm
you
trying to
like,
undercut them.
Yeah.
Right? But think about how many people can afford to pay $125, one, for something that could be mediocre.
Yeah.
Right? Not saying them, right? But like, there's a lot of times clients that do come in here that's had that experience of mediocre. Would be like, man, you know what? Like, I like this environment. Like, you help me, you coach me, you mentor me. Like, all of this stuff is happening because, again, I was them, right? And I don't think that people consider that type of sentiment, right? Not everything is about the money.
Not no more,
right?
It's all about money now.
Yeah, for some,
Yeah, I'm just saying in general,
right? But that's only gonna get you so far.
Yeah.
Right. So, like you said, I appreciate that you appreciate my character, man. It was built from the rough, bro. From like going through shit.
You just posted that too,
right? Like from going through shit. So like that shit ain't break me. For individuals that's watching this who know me, they know like that did not nothing that I've experienced in my life is broken. Like I've been to war, I've been shot, I've like been in places that you.
That's one thing they don't understand,
right? That you could never imagine.
We did some things,
doing things that you could never imagine.
Right.
So
seen some things.
The thing that I built, which I've shown you that I've shown you what this looked like as scrap.
Yeah.
Right. So don't judge. Just understand. Like my main goal is to take this way the fuck up. Way the fuck up. And it's not to charge people more. It's to do what I'm doing more, to hire other people to do what I'm doing at the same fucking rates more, right? To provide outlets for this teenager who run up and down the street, be wanting to break in cars and shit, bro. You got something else better to do now.
Yeah.
Right? For this kid who out here just wanting to fight or bully other kids, like you got something to do now. Right? Talk about the shit that's making you want to go do that.
Yeah.
Talk about the shit that's making you want to break into cars. Yeah. Right? So like this place is for that. Right? You come in here, we work. Right? Like I make you work when you come in here. Like you don't know that I'm making you work because of how I do it, but like you're working.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have something to take home and show somebody like, look at what the fuck I did. And you know what that comes from? The first time I ever showed my mom a song that I did.
Yeah.
I didn't care if it was trash or not, and I don't think she did either. Right? Yeah. It didn't matter. Like, damn, you did that. Everybody wants that. That's, I'm gonna get off my soapbox and leave it there though.
Well, before you get off, man, this is my first time meeting Mark. Yeah. And putting this, I have never been in the studio and recorded. You know what I'm saying? My poetry. Like I do it on my phone. My GMC is my studio. That's my booth. Me and a cell phone recording.
Oh, your truck.
And like,
yeah, what the hell you doing?
Yeah, my truck.
Yeah.
I be in my truck.
Yeah, I got you. No, I got
my
you.
truck. That's my booth.
Yeah.
But I came in here and you know what I'm saying. First of all, one, positive vibes out the gate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. And then two, like going into something before I even stepped inside of the booth, you was like, yo, let me hear it. Okay, nah, I'm gonna coach you up. You know what I'm saying? So coaching me up, and then he was like, nah, just go record it, and then we gonna make it do what it do. Yeah. And I was like, well, damn.
and you created a product like fast, like it was like I was like, God damn, yo. And then me hearing myself and then having the opportunity to meet you, you know what I'm saying? Now this just opens some more doors. So I just want to give you your flowers, bro. I appreciate it. You was rocking some dope beats. We was able to get in a nice little cipher, all that. So you know what I'm saying? I definitely need your number so we can link. I got some things that I want to do.
Facts, man.
Again, man. We put him on the track tonight. That was a little something we threw out there, but I damn sure wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just to sit down with you one-on-one, man. You've been on the show multiple times. You're a big supporter, man. I'm a big supporter of you, man.
I love the show, man. And I love, like the fact that we support each other. Like, I feel like if it happened more between we would be more. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it is what it is, man. I will always support you, bro. Like, whether you're here in Georgia, South Carolina, wherever. Yeah. So, like, that just is what it is, man. I'm excited and happy to have you as a friend, brother. Glad that Arthur introduced us. Sorry he's not here, but like that is what it is, man. Like that's the life. But again, he's got friends here. You know what I'm saying? And like we've got friends there. So like it just is what it is, bro. And some people won't understand like how like this brotherhood even post because we both retired, right? Like post works. Like they like why you care about this? Well. My brother said he need like we gonna do that thing, right? So like that just is what it is, bro. It's different. So
hey man, RVO Sounds, man. Look them up, plug your stuff real quick so they can find you.
At RVO_sounds on every social media platform if you want to share or like stuff.
Booty hole Brown. No.
There goes your share, bro, right there.
Pause. RVOsounds.com is the website. I'm not going to put my phone number on here. I can tell how many people go to the website because my phone number's there. So you want to call me, you want to talk some shit to, how dare you say your friends don't support? Call me, cuss me out. And then I'm going to tell you why I said what I said. And you might not like the answer. Or you might. But I love you all the same. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks, Sue, for giving me this platform to tell people what it is that I do, what I'm doing here, and why I do it, right? So, like, this is not about me. It is an outlet for myself, but primarily it's an outlet for my city that I live in, right? So,
what's up with you, man? Plug yourself.
Huh? No doubt. Hey, listen, if you want to go check me out, if you're into spoken word or poetry, you can check me out on Instagram and Facebook at the Poetic 1Z. All right, and that's ThePoetic 1Z. All right, you can check it out. I do post on YouTube as well. My page is spoken word and poetry on YouTube. So
and he dope, y'all.
Like
dope.
Like I mean, check it out. If you into it, even if you're not into it, if you want to just broaden your horizons and you know what I'm saying, learn a little bit more and take a dive into the poetry realm, man. Hey, check me out. I got you. Appreciate you.
All right, man. I might have a part 2 coming tonight. Oh shit! So random. We gonna see how this one go. It's gonna get. If it is, it's gonna be a little while. I already know.
You tell them where to find. Like they know where to find your music on the streaming platforms. Bro?
I'm gonna wait till I post it. Yeah, but every time I post my stuff,
But they might want to catch up on the series.
Oh, okay, okay. So Crow Music 3 will be dropping sometime this weekend. We just redid one of my songs today, and I'm glad we did. We got my boy on there. So sometime throughout the weekend, once we get that song right all the way, it's going to get uploaded through the weekend. But if you go to all streaming apps, if you type in Soup Forever, that's Soup, the number 4, and ever, all in one word, you can catch up with Crow Music 1 and Crow Music 2 before Crow Music 3 drop. And that's going to be the last album. You know what I'm saying? So, catch up with it, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I always say, man, catch y'all next time. Hit me up. I might travel to you. I'm a crow. I'm a